Hey everybody, this is Andrew Black Swordsman, and you're watching Q&A number 3. So I realized that I haven't done a Q&A video since, I think 2014, so this was long overdue. So let's just jump right into this. Okay, so the first question comes from Sinanshi, and she asks, how did you meet Celty Farron? I'll show you the abridged version.
I'm going to follow Andrew Black Swordsman on Instagram.
I'm gonna follow this babe back.
I'm going to comment on his photo.
I'm gonna comment back.
I'm going to Bach Anime.
Let's meet up.
And then I saw her face. I'm a believer. And not a trick.
If you want the full version, you can read an article I wrote in the link below. She also asks, do you know who won the leader poll thing at AX? Akio won at 88 votes.
Damn, that is cool.
Actually, Sinon won first place, and Asuna won second place, leaving Kirito in third. You're all traitors. The next question is from my good friend Angeli Wen, and she asks, if Yuki and Kirito had a rematch, who would win? Hint, the answer is definitely not Yuki. Well, Kirito would win if he actually tried and dual-wielded. Plus, come on, we all know that Yuki's chances of winning are dead. Too soon? Next question is from Matthew44, and he asks, what anime convention would you recommend? Well, you see, this answer depends on what you're into. If you like huge cons, being overwhelmed with goodness and heat, then definitely check out Anime Expo, otherwise known as AX. If you're into smaller, tight-knit cons, then I would suggest Anime Los Angeles, and mostly Anime California too. Some people get anxious in huge crowds and don't like waiting in long lines just to be disappointed that you are capped and can't get in. Others get bored at small cons and wish to go to larger events which have more guests and more special guests. I personally like both. He also asks, if you do more Q&A, could you do them on Instagram? Maybe. I really enjoy doing videos, and Instagram is a bit rough on me when answering several comments all at once. So if a lot of people ask me to do it, then maybe. He then asks, what do you watch anime on? You're probably all hoping I'd say Netflix and chill, but no. My brother handles most of the anime purchasing, and we like to buy the DVD and Blu-rays of our favorite series.
True that.
The next question is from Rila Kruki. Rila Kruki? Is that right? Celty says so, so blame her! It's not my fault! And she asks, how do you get your guy liner on fleek? Like this. Celty, make me look pretty. I don't even know how to pronounce this next name, but I'm just gonna say it the way I've always read it in my head. The next question comes from Nut340, and he asks, if you could make your own anime character, what would it be like? I would probably want to make a musician, since I love to play music and I'm a lead singer in a band right now. I think it would be cool to make a character that everyone thinks is super confident, but it reveals later that he's actually quite soft and sensitive and has his own worries too. The next question comes from Dan Say Hello, and he asks, if the SAO movie is coming out, how often would you pay for it and watch it? Well, I'd like to watch it once in theaters and then I'd go out and buy it, and after that, who knows how many times I'd watch it. I am then asked, could you do a video and try to read and say, oh god, here it goes. Kids, don't try this at home. Ich liebe Schwert Kunst, online, Häagen-Dazs. The next question comes from my good friend Shreds in Strength, and he asks, why are you so handsome? You can thank my parents for that one. The next question is from my friend Dexbuild. Fun fact about him, he's the one that first showed me Sword Art Online while we were at work, so he's pretty much to blame for all of this. And he asks, how do you keep your jawline so chiseled? Well guys, this is the secret. Hey guys, what's going on? Wait guys, what's going on? No. The next question comes from Raven Anime Lover. Question is, what was your first cosplay convention, when, and anime? Also, are you going to go to SakuraCon every year? My first cosplay was this one, Aincrad Kirito, and my first convention was AX 2014, and my first anime was either Pokemon, Digimon, or Dragon Ball Z. I watched them all as a kid. I don't remember which came first, but it was definitely one of those. As for going to SakuraCon every year, as long as I can afford to, I'd love to keep going, because it is one of my favorite ones. The next question comes from... It'd be funny if I actually could talk. Looks like I'm looking off to nowhere, but there's Celty right over there. The next question is from BenSheep9, and he asks, can I see your sword? Wink, wink. Well, it's a little personal, but I did say I'd answer anything, so... Well, here it goes. Here it is. This is my sword. They don't call me the Black Swordsman for nothing. Is that too much? The Trash Panda then asks, how many inches is it? Your sword, obviously. Like, the prop. Cry face. You know what, guys? You guys are just getting way too personal here, but... Once again, I did say I would answer just about anything, so here it goes. Looks like the measurement comes out to 31 inches, and the sword is too. The next question is from Ultimate Zero X, and he asks, any more cons you'll be going to this year or supposedly for next year? Definitely. For this year, you will definitely find me at Anime California and Akiba Fest in Little Tokyo. Go there. Akiba Fest is pretty much going to be Aniplex Con, so I highly recommend going. As for next year, I have a pending list. I am planning on going to Anime Los Angeles, SakuraCon, hopefully Fanime for the first time, Anime Expo, and Anime California. I'd also like to add SAC Anime to that list if I have the money. He then asks, favorite anime or video games you like? As for video games I like to play, other than Pokemon Go, all I really play is World of Warcraft. I love to play MMORPGs, and I have been addicted to World of Warcraft off and on since 2006, so that is my favorite game. As for anime, I really love A Lull in the Sea, K-On!, Toradora, and Blue Exorcist, just to name a few. So my daughter, Sizen.jpg, asks, what does your dream wedding look like? Aside from your lovely bride we all love. I'm talking seasons, colors, indoor/outdoor, etc. Disclaimer, I say this in every video. So I don't really have a daughter. Our friend Sizen cosplays as Yui, so we like to call her our daughter. But those are all really good questions, and you know what? We want to just answer this as best as we can and give you everything that you asked for, so here it is.
Asuna, do you take Kazuto to be your permanent partner?
I do.
Kazuto, do you take Asuna to be your wife?
Kazuto, did you hear? They just came up with the real nerve gear.
Wait. A real nerve gear? Like, it really puts you in Aincrad?
Yeah, you can die in the game for real if you want.
Oh my gosh. My real dream is, it's finally come true. I never dreamed of this. The next question is from WizKid122, and he asks, favorite number. Okay guys, I will tell you this, but I have to say, there is a lot of symbolic meaning behind why I chose this number, and it's 4, and the reason is because I felt like it. My waifu asks, how did it feel mispronouncing my name when I asked a big question for you? Why don't you type better? How did it feel mispronouncing my name when I asked a question for your previous Q&A? You baka! Well, I don't even remember doing anything like that. The next question is from Keltifarin. Is that right? The next question is from Seth SAO. And the question is, if you had to, what color would you dye your hair? Not natural colors. No natural colors, huh? I guess I'll go with blue to rep Team Mystic. That's right. The next question is from Superceptician Scene. What is the best part about cosplaying? Okay, so that is a really good question. So cosplay has different effects on different people, but I can tell you about my personal favorite aspects of cosplaying. 1, I get to look like my favorite character. We all love to self-insert ourselves into characters we relate to, and cosplaying is the ultimate way of doing it. 2, meeting people. I love meeting people, for better or for worse. I have met some of the rudest and most judgmental people in the cosplay world, but I have also met some of the greatest friends in the world. Of course, I got to meet Silk through cosplay, so that would be the best aspect for me. Finally, traveling. I've had the chance to drive and fly to cons in different areas. I'm really lazy and love to just stay at home a lot. When I'm motivated, I love to travel, and cons give me an excuse to do just that. The next question comes from King Shu. And he asks, most iconic / favorite Sith or dark side user of the Force, and why? So this is a Star Wars question. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. If Sword Art is my number 1 fandom, Star Wars comes really close at number 2. Well, the most iconic would of course be Anakin Skywalker as Darth Vader, but I would have to say that Emperor Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious, was my favorite Sith, since he was such an evil genius. He was the true villain of the Star Wars universe. The next question is from Neko Kohai, and she asks, favorite exotic animal and why? Do baby hedgehogs count? Because I like baby hedgehogs. And Sanic. The next question comes from Rose Hime 98, and she asks, what do you like better, Marvel or DC? I am not that knowledgeable on either, to be honest, but Iron Man is awesome, so I will go with Marvel. The next question is from Kindlefire, and she asks, this isn't even a question, this is a demand. I should just ignore this. She says, do your best impression of all of the characters of SAO. Well, first of all, hold up here, Kindle. There are a lot of characters in Sword Art Online, and I am not gonna dedicate this whole video to just that. So I'll give you two. I'll give you Kirito and Asuna. So here's Kirito. If I die in the game, I'll die in real life. And here's Asuna. This one's a more serious one. It takes a little time to get into character. I thought that was pretty good. The next question is from, I'm gonna mispronounce this horribly, Sweet Lu Xing. Since you cosplay Kirito, do you connect with him on a personal level? P.S. I love your cosplay. Thank you for that. That is a great question, and I really do for several reasons. One, I am addicted to MMORPGs just like Kirito. I only wish I could play them virtually like he does, but I choked on my own spit. But I too love to play MMOs. Two, I am also a giant computer nerd. I build gaming PCs, I built a Hackintosh for recording music and editing videos on, and I use Ubuntu and other Unix-like operating systems for fun and at work. 3, finally, I am apparently clueless to lady attention. I can't prove this one because my friends just accused me of this, but apparently it's true. The next question is from Anime Dreamer Gamer, and the question is Asuna, like the cosplayer, your girlfriend? Yes. The next question is from Pandato. And the question is, what do you picture yourself doing 10 years from now? Smiley face. Well, ideally, I would like a real Nerve gear to be made, and I'd like to play World of Warcraft with the Nerve gear and actually be in the game. That would be cool. I saved the best question for last, and it is asked by Ho Anna. Is that like Ho and then Anna, so the name is Ho Anna? I'm sorry if it wasn't, because that sounds offensive. The question is, tell us about your experience with the cast of SAO at Anime Expo. Funny that you asked this. I am actually working on an AX wrap-up video that talks about that in more detail, and there's a little bit of video footage of it too. If that still isn't enough and people ask for more info after that, I can make a ranty video about that. But in a nutshell, it was freaking awesome. Before the panel began, Celty and I chatted with Bryce Papenbrook and Jeremy Lee for a long while before we escorted them on stage. Bryce also remembered meeting me back at SAC Anime 2015, which is pretty dang cool. I also, of course, offered for him to walk up with my swords, and in exchange, he offered for me to walk up with his box of cereal and milk. And that was a huge honor because now that's become like a new internet meme. Bryce X cereal, Bryce X Fruit Loops, etc. I spoke to more of them too, but I'll elaborate more in that video. Well, that just about wraps it up. Thank you so much, guys, for asking questions, and thank you to those that are still watching. Thankfully, this video wasn't as long as my previous two were back in 2014. But if you liked it, let me know in the comments below. If you have suggestions for other videos, I've done a video eating a chocolate cornet. I'll do just about whatever you guys want me to do. Maybe I'll do a video of me inhaling helium and saying lines that you want me to say, and that's really dangerous. I shouldn't say that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video.